Namaskar, I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive online training session that is on cyber hygiene. Yes, it is organized by CIET, that is Central Institute of Educational Technology, NCERT, New Delhi. It's a webinar series and today is day 2 of this training session. And you are watching this training session, this live and interactive webinar on our eVidya channels from 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube channel NCERT Official. Well, let me tell you something about this session, this online training session that we are conducting during this week, that is from Monday to Friday from 1st of January to 5th of January 2024. It is basically a 5-day, 5-hour training session. Each day, 1 hour between 4 and 5 p.m. is dedicated to this training session where we will talk about the umbrella concept, cyber hygiene. Under this umbrella concept, we will discuss different themes. On different days, there will be different themes with different experts and they will help us to improve our understanding, our knowledge and of course, our intellect on cyber hygiene. Yesterday, it was day 1 of the training session and we had a discussion on the theme understanding the basics of cyber hygiene. And today is day 2 of this training session and today we are having a discussion on safeguarding the virtual space. Let me tell you that it is a very important training session and it is open for everybody. If you want to participate in this session, I will tell you about the entire process of registering yourself, how you can attempt the quiz which will be there at the end of the training session, that is on day 5, and how much you can score and when will you receive the certificates and how to go about it. I will tell you about each and everything along with the website from where you can fetch all these details. So today, as I have already mentioned, it's a day 2 of the training session. Please be very attentive during all the training days, all the sessions, because if you want to attempt the quiz, then you will have to take the concepts from these days only. I have already mentioned the title of today's theme. Yes, today under the umbrella concept of cyber hygiene, we are having the theme safeguarding the virtual space. We all have our presence on the virtual space, but it is very important to safeguard it, to keep things private because there are fraudsters, hackers who are absolutely ready to steal your information, and sometimes you see that there are comments and pictures that are posted on your behalf absolutely fake or they are posted to harm people. How you can protect yourself from that and you can have a safe space for you, because we cannot run away from the virtual space now. It has become a necessity for the day. So to make us understand each and everything about this safety or safeguarding of the virtual space, we have a very important guest with us. Today we are joined by Ms. Komal Agrawal. She is project engineer from ISEA CDAC, that is Information Security Education and Awareness from Center for Development of Advanced Computing, that is CDAC. Welcome to the session, ma'am.
Hello everyone.
Yes. So ma'am, today it is the day 2 of the training and we have already understood the concepts, the basic concept of cyber hygiene, and today we are going to talk about the safeguarding of virtual space, which is a very, very important concept. Even for a layman, it is very important to understand, because unless and until we are keeping it safe, we have to bear the brunt of the consequences. So ma'am, please tell us about all the measures, precautionary measures that we can take. How can we stay cautious, alert, and we can keep ourselves protected from the fraudsters?
Definitely. With our presentation, we'll start today's session. It's called Safeguarding the Virtual Space. So first, let me ask you, and you just answer by yourself, what is virtual space? Do you know what is virtual space?
Yeah, if you're asking me, ma'am, what is virtual space, as per my understanding, it is everything that is there on the internet, that we can see, we cannot touch, but it's a space where we all have our presence felt through the social networking sites, through different IDs, and then we have accounts where you can search for employment, etc. It's all virtual space and we all very much a part of it.
Exactly. Once you enter the digital world, it's a virtual space.
Yes.
So once the user interacts with the digital content, it's a digital environment that's called its virtual space.
Yes.
It's not like in the real world we are sitting, chatting, shopping, or doing business. It's not that one. Where we do business or where we talk in the virtual world is called as virtual space.
Yes.
Whenever you include the World Wide Web or internet is included or some social media platforms are included, that is called as virtual space in simple language.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, you have explained it very beautifully what is virtual space. I'm sure our viewers must be having a lot of questions that they would like to ask you. So let me tell them very quickly about all the ways through which they can connect with you. So viewers and students, please take down our phone number, which is 8800440559. This is the phone number through which you can connect with us and you can ask the questions directly from the expert. Also, we have an email ID for you, which is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. If you have any queries that you want to send us through emails or any feedback or suggestion or any experience of yours that you would like to share with us, please feel free to connect with us through the email ID. Right now, you are watching us on our YouTube channel NCERT Official. So, there also you can type the question and we will take the questions at the end of the session and we will connect with you. So, now I will request the ma'am to please go ahead with the presentations and please make us aware of what all we need to do to keep ourselves safe in the virtual space.
Yes, as I was introducing about virtual space, I'll give you some examples what are the virtual space. For example, what are the virtual space means? Like a social media platforms, we all know Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat,
Yes.
everything belongs to virtual space. Even an online gaming platforms is a virtual space. Now we have virtual office spaces.
Yes.
Where Facebook has created an office space where you can conduct meetings virtually is the virtual space, virtual office space, and virtual reality platform.
Right.
Where you can now many businesses have business has this option features called you can try everything online. Like for example, lens card. You can try what lens suits you, what frame suits you.
Yes.
This is virtual reality platform. So these are the virtual space. So features of virtual space, the characteristics of virtual space. It's the main and the foremost feature of the virtual space. It's time independent. For example, in one time zone it's day and in the other time zone it's night. It doesn't matter. It just connects you virtually and digitally.
Yes.
Second, when the network gets connected, all the network gets connected, it's a virtual space. It's a main feature. It connects all the networks globally. Third
Right.
point is we have inculcate the virtual space in our work. We have inculcate in our education. We have inculcate this virtual space in socializing, and even for entertainment, we have bring this virtual space in our daily life.
Yes.
It connects people across continents. That's what I said. No matter what time it is, no matter where you live, it just connects you in the real time. No physical boundaries. Virtual spaces are not just part of our lives. They are just shaping us. We were just a part of a like and share, but now we are in that virtual space where we are exploring, we are going, we are creating avatars, and we are a part of the virtual space now.
Absolutely.
This is what I'm saying. First, we were just a Web 2.0 user. We were just a passive user. We just we see the content and we just go.
Yes.
Now we are in the virtual space. We have developed with 2.0 to 3.0 where you are experiencing the virtual world. You can really go and see what is happening there, what you can just experience. In the upcoming presentation, I'll show you a video where you can see what I was trying to say.
Right.
And the rise of social media applications, and we are exchanging information, everything. We are building a community. These have all developed from the era Web 2.0 to 3.0.
Right.
Virtual space and daily life. It's an integral part of learning. For example, virtual space has become a part of learning. For example, in anatomy or learning for doctor, we used to have a real frog or body to study those parts. But now the virtual space has created, we can create the virtual frog or heart and we can study about those things. So the virtual space has helped in learning those things without the real frog or body, whatever we want. Again, the
Yes.
business. When we do business, we don't, we don't have to go and trial in the shop or mall. We can just sit in our place at our home, at our comfort zone, and we can see and we can try whether it suits me, it fits me. We can check everything there. Business. Socializing. We can always connect to our friends through all these apps, no matter where we live in the real time. Personal identity development. For example, I have a session, I want to develop my personal identity. I have a crowd, virtual crowd. I can create a virtual crowd and I can prepare for myself. That is personal identity development.
Right.
It interweaves real life with virtual environments through continuous information and interaction. In real life, it matters a lot. We are living in the virtual world now. Continuously we are getting information, we are interacting through this virtual world. That's what we are mentioning here. Just in the daily life we have gone through it, like it's become a part of life now, the virtual world. Digital technologies including smartphones become an extension and a physical self. So it has become an extension. Without smartphone we can't live. The
Yes.
digital technology we can't survive.
Yes.
So it has become a part. We have become the. It has become a physical part of our lives. When game turns into chats. So in the virtual world, we when we were kids, we just used to play games. Now the scenario is completely different. You play games online. Again, the virtual space doesn't matter where you live, it just connects you globally. And with the game, you can have a chat. So, what type of chat? We don't know. It's again a concern we'll see in the upcoming session. Modern day boardrooms. Again, so Facebook has given this virtual remote work app where you can have a board meetings, create avatars in the virtual space, and you can share your presentation, you can write, you can share. It's like sitting with your colleagues or friends in the same room and you're sharing your thoughts. So again, this virtual world has given you a lot of things. This one is the one where modern day boardrooms, Facebook virtual remote work app. Here comes Apple Vision Pro. What I was saying, we'll see here.
When you put on Apple Vision Pro, you see your world and everything in it. Your favorite apps live.
With the app, with the VR, you can see and you can do whatever you want. In your real world, with the digital virtual space, you can do whatever you want.
Right in front of you. But now they're in your space. This is Vision OS, Apple's first ever spatial operating system. It's familiar, yet groundbreaking. You navigate with your eyes. Simply tap.
They're just saying you can navigate the whole thing with your eyes and just with little gestures you can navigate the whole thing and you can even do whatever you want in this scenario. For example, I just wanted to show you this one.
Browsing the internet feels new.
She's browsing the internet with the virtual VR. And she even, and she even creates a presentation with this VR. Just have a look at it.
And Safari expands so you can see all your open tabs. Your favorite apps from Apple and the App Store are there. You can arrange them however you like and work seamlessly across them.
So you can work only from this screen to this screen virtually. You can create a presentation, you can share photos, everything you can do it virtually. Here comes the next, as I said, you sitting at your home or sitting anywhere, you can do shop, you can create your business, you can have a trial, whether it fits me, it suits me, how does it look on me, everything you can show, you can do while sitting at your home. This is the virtual space doing for us.
Yes.
So here comes the main thing, what are the threats in virtual space? So there are more benefits of virtual space. There are cybersecurity threats as well in virtual space. So the first and foremost is hacking. Hackers can steal your sensitive information. When you are in the virtual space, they need lots of data to promote that or whatever, to enter that space. You need to give lots of information. So when you are giving lots of data, so there are lots of chances that your sensitive information can be stolen.
Yes.
It can even disrupt your virtual space. For example, I'm connecting to someone else in virtual space. They can come and disrupt that services where I can't work. Or even they can take control of your devices. Second is phishing scam. Again, unlike the old phishing scam methods, even that is followed, like they are sending you link, clicking on that link, even that is still followed. But now, along with AI technology, the scammers have they have developed themselves and they are using AI technology to do phishing scams. In the upcoming session, I'll show you what are the scams and how they are doing that. Next is malware and viruses. Malicious software. They just send malicious software or viruses through email attachments, and when you click or when you download, again, it compromises your virtual space. For example, this is a stealer malware. So what they do is they send, like for example, the hackers send it through again an attachment or mail, or you can download through somewhere. It just collect all these information. It's the user details and password which has been collected by this stealer malware. Whatever accounts you have in your system, virtual space, the entire account details, password and usernames has been collected by this stealer malware only by clicking or just downloading in the virtual space. So what are the privacy concerns? Data theft. So again I'm saying, when you access those virtual space, you need lots of information.
Right. So we have learned that it is very important to keep that virtual space safe. We all have been there. We all have been tricked somewhere because we keep on getting these links, and sometimes by mistake we click on these links, and if they are unable to steal your information like that, but yes, they can definitely leave the virus in your phone, and that can damage the entire system. So
definitely,
basically it is very important to keep all these points in our mind. Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. So the unauthorized access or the theft of personal data or identity theft, again AI scams.
Yes.
They collect lots of details. To create an AI detailing video, you need lot of details.
Right.
Again, we are the person who share all the details, and it leads to financial losses. Surveillance and tracking. For example, I can give you an example for data theft.
Okay.
For example, the same way I said, we try some lenses. The frame suits me. You give your face details. They scan their eyes. Obviously, the data are collected. We don't know. They must be storing the data, but once their data are hacked, obviously all the data of iris, your iris has been secured as data. It can be stolen,
Yes.
and again, those things will lead to some theft, and it can be used for some malicious activity.
Some kind of cloning can also be done, I guess.
Exactly, exactly. So mostly people who have a password as their eyes, definitely there are chances of getting stolen.
Yes.
We'll come to second, surveillance and tracking. Users can be tracked online. Every app, when you install something, it asks details. For example, an online shopping app where you go and search something, it collects the data online. And again, when you come to your social media platform, you can obviously see what are the things you have searched. It will pop up as an ad.
Right.
So the companies or individuals, they are collecting your data online, and that too without our consent.
True.
So you are tracked every time.
Yes.
So this is one of the privacy concern, and we can't deal it with right now because we don't have any other measures to deal with it.
Yes.
Inadequate data protection. Many platforms may not have the robust data protection measures. For example, new startups. They don't have a secure platform where the collected data has been secured properly. So in those areas, your data have chances to be stolen and leaving users data vulnerable. Your data is least secured there.
Yes.
So these are the privacy concerns here. Next we'll come to social risk. So in the virtual world, we all know in the social media platforms, cyberbullying, online harassment, everything is very ongoing thing. Even in virtual platforms, the same thing is happening. The use of digital platforms, they use to harass, threaten, or embarrass individuals. You all are aware of cyberbullying.
Yes.
Just keep on messaging, keep on saying some bad things about them. It's called as cyberbullying. It's happening. It's continuously happening. Online harassment, stalking, trolling, or other forms of harassment that can lead to emotional distress. It's all happening still now.
True.
Misinformation and fake news. The spreading of false information can lead to confusion. It can create a panic. All over the nationwide or statewide, it can create a panic. In the dangerous situation, it can lead to anything.
Yes.
So these are the social risks which are involved in virtual space. Next, we come to addiction and mental health issues. As we all know, we are overly addicted to all these internet gaming platforms. Here, again, the same addiction and mental health issues arises. Internet addiction, excessive use of internet. The most common thing we see here is people feel safe and comfortable in virtual world rather than the real world. So they are there, they get valued. Where they don't get here, they get value there. So they are much addicted there. That's why excessive use of internet will impact your daily life, relationship, and physical health, even mental health.
Exactly.
It interrupts your work-life balance. It interrupts your school or health. Everything it interrupts.
And also
Because
it is interrupting our social interactions because we are becoming more and more isolated now.
exactly, that's the main concern, because it arises because you're valued in the virtual world, you're not valued in the real world. That's the main concern in the new generation.
And increased screen time is actually, well, of course, it is impacting our eyes also and our physical health in turn.
Physical health, exactly. Content risk. So now what is content risk? Whenever we upload some content, it can be misused. The same way, when, for example, we are adults, we know which is appropriate content, which is inappropriate content. But when you go to when you go to teen or kids, they don't know which is inappropriate content.
Yes.
So they are exposed to those contents. So that is a content risk which in the virtual world, it's a main concern. We can say this is the main concern we are having nowadays, that kids and teens are very much affected through this inappropriate content, especially adult content and violence.
Yes.
Predatory behavior. Predators may use virtual spaces to exploit. They are continuously exploiting. Especially these teens, I can say teens, especially the teens. Because they get valued again. They are getting recognition there. They just go, they just see what is happening, they get chat and they become, what to say, the predators they are trying to economic risk, financial frauds. So scam aimed at financial exploiting users such as fake investment scheme or fraudulent online shopping. Again, they can exploit with the AI technology.
Yes.
They'll call you, they'll scam you, you can do this with the help of these voice. For example, using popular faces of actors or actress, they can say you to join this scheme. Like they have joined this scheme, so you can also invest in this scheme. So these types of financial frauds are happening in this virtual space. Intellectual property theft. Again, they are not. We are uploading lots of videos. We are uploading lots of photos without our thoughts or something. They just they copy the content and they use those materials. We don't know where they use, for what purpose they use. They can use. That is economic risk. Legal and regulatory risk. Users or companies might violate laws such as those related to copyright or data protection. So many companies, for example, their servers have they have servers abroad, but their apps we work their apps here. For example, US based company is we are using their app, but their servers are in US. So what happens is they don't follow our data protection act.
Yes.
Data protection. So that's one legal risk we have, because they say our servers are there, so we are not following data protection act. So our data are stolen and it can be used for any purpose.
Yes, and sometimes people are not really aware. There are certain information given that one must go through, but people generally don't go through these informations, these laws. They do not understand the terminology and they end up getting stuck in a messy situation because of the unawareness.
Exactly. Next, legal complexities when disputes involve parties in different countries. When something happens, for example, in a gaming platform, in a virtual platform, one person is harassing the other person. So where will what legal decisions will be taken? What legal complaints will be done? We have no idea among that, because they'll say it's a virtual platform, we don't know what to do.
Yes.
But the legal actions will be taken where the company is situated and where it is done. Those legals will be applied there. So, a case study of wearable technology. So, we all are aware that we have smart glasses where a camera is fit in. So we have a scenario, a person is sitting opposite to you equipped with smart glasses that have the capability to capture images of whatever the wearer is looking at. So if I'm looking at, I'm able to capture the image. In this scenario, what will you do? What are the legal things you can do? What is happening? How will you be aware?
Of course, of course. It's a very serious thing because we don't know what kind of glasses the person is wearing, what is he trying to capture. We really don't know how to, keep our privacy intact in that situation. It's a very dangerous and a very serious threat actually.
Serious threat, yes. So So here are the things I have listed out. Privacy concern. So there is no clear indication that I am taking an image.
Yes.
If I'm wearing a smart glass, you never know that I'm taking your images.
Yes.
So it's a raising concern. Without consent, you are taking my images. So I'm not aware what are the images you have taken. Now, there is no notification. Like the old cameras, there will be a flashlight or sound. But in these glasses, there are no such things which are visible to me. So if a person is wearing a smart glass and is walking through me or is noticing me, I don't know whether he's taking my photos or video.
Yes.
Because there's no flashlight or there's no sound.
True.
There's no notification. It's a concern. So what are the potential risk involved in it? What are the risks involved in it? So your personal information is being captured and it can be misused. Sorry.
True.
Images taken could be stored in cloud service. It can be uploaded in the cloud. So once it is uploaded in the cloud, and imagine if that cloud gets hacked and your images are leaked, again, it's very vulnerable, right? So one image which has been stored, now it's gone with the entire thing. It's been hacked and he can use it for any purpose. So there is no security.
Right.
Misuse of information. Photos taken without consent can be used for malicious purpose. Again, we know how AI deepfake is very vulnerable. Again, the photos they can use for any purpose, and even they can use for blackmail purpose. Legal and ethical implications. There may be a lack of clear legal frameworks specifically addressing the use of such devices in public or private space. So we don't have a proper rules to create there's no framework, legal framework for these things, for these devices has not been created in the Protection Act. So where to use this public space, private space, where it has been banned, where you should not use, no clear framework has been given.
Yes.
The ethical guidelines governing the use of such technology are not always clear. It's not very clear. The guidelines, the usage thing, you can take it to a zoo, you can wear it in a zoo, but you can't wear it in a locker room.
Yes.
So such guidelines have not been given. And people really, they are not aware of it. These types of gadgets are there, these type of devices are there. They are really not aware of it.
Right.
Detection and prevention. So, what are the prevention it can be created? Like as I said, some smart glasses can have some lights. Like when you turn on, there should be a little light, or it can make a sound where some people can notice, okay, he's wearing smart glasses and it can be seen.
Yes.
The light, the visibility. So they can be aware. Development of counter technologies. Again, to detect where the cameras has been hidden, you have some devices to detect. The same way, when you enter some public places, that device should be installed. It should be created and it should be installed so that those devices cannot be used in those places where it is vulnerable, where they can record others' videos or photos. Policy and procedures. Establishing policies in certain environment, like I said, locker room or private meetings, those policies has to be created. That these devices should not be allowed. For example, they mention cameras and smartphones are not allowed. The same way, the rules should be created like it should not be used in certain places or certain environments.
Yes.
What privacy right? So, when the rules are being set, they should have some questions in their mind and they should develop the rules. So, the questions are what privacy rights are potentially being violated in this scenario. So, what are the rights are violated? It should be kept in mind and the rules has to be regulated according to that. And how effective are the current laws on protecting individuals from such privacy invasion? So when you're creating new laws, the current law is there. They should bridge the gap between these two laws, and they should create the laws. It's not like that, okay, the old law is there, I'll create some laws. No, you should find what are the things is there. You should bridge the gap and then create the laws. What technology or policy measures should be implemented to prevent unauthorized recordings? Again, I said, like the measures to check whether there is a camera or not in this glass. Some technology or policy measures definitely it should be implemented. How does the right to privacy balance with the freedom to use wearable technology? Again, when you create law, it should not be harsh, because that person who has bought the technology, he has spent money. Again, you should not just implement, like you should not wear this anywhere, just you should not wear. We can't say, even he has spent the money. So the rule should not be so harsh that he lose the freedom to wear that.
Right.
So everything you have to keep in mind, and you have to create the laws. Now, so we have an image where deepfake is used. So in one image we can see a real image, and in other image is created through AI.
Right.
So when you see some AI images, definitely there will be some changes, some blurriness around your face or neck you can see. So whenever you get a call, something like that, please do check. When you see a photo, please check whether there is a blurred space or something like that. The hand gestures, these are the phishing scams happen using deepfake. A man scammed by deepfake or video and audio imitating his friend. Again, they call you. Like your friend calls you, they say, I ran out of my power or battery, that's why I'm calling you from other phone, just transferred so and so money for the hospital thing. So at that time, what you will do? Will you transfer the amount, or you will check?
Well, of course, one must check, because one should not panic and act promptly. It is very important to keep in mind that these calls can be fake. So make sure that you call the person to his or her number, and just check with the person, is it really the case? And if that person is giving you an excuse, my phone is not working or it's switched off, just call on the number and check. This is the first thing that you can do.
Exactly. Whenever you have a financial transaction, that too with a very big amount, please do confirm once before transferring such amounts.
Yes.
Or not even only amounts, even any help when they ask, please go through once whether they really need help or they are just texting you over these phones. Okay.
True.
Now we have one scenario where our Prime Minister Modi's voice has been with the help of AI, they have just modified and they made him sing Chalaya song.
Yes.
I guess everyone had come through this song. So really with the frequency and the tone, they can modify anything. And obviously he's a famous personality, so we all know his voice, how his voice sounds, right? So this is what AI technology does in the virtual screen. Now, again, one more scenario, the same thing I said. The family member is admitted in the hospital and he's asking for financial help. What you do? Definitely you have to check with your friend whether really he's running out of battery, really he needs some help. You have to check his number. We have lots of apps where you can just enter the number and check whether it's a spam call or it's a fraud number. You can check. Definitely before transferring such huge amounts, please do have a check. If it is a video call, you know your friend. Definitely he's asking for such a big amount. He must be really your close friend or something relative. You know how he speaks, his gesture, his accent, you know, right? So please keep a eye on that and then go ahead with that.
Right.
Again, In the virtual world, when you connect with Wi-Fi, I'm not saying Wi-Fi at your home, public Wi-Fi, and at an airport, at a cafe, when you connect with those insecure networks, and when you go through any website without HTTPS, there can be a attack. If someone knows how to attack, man in the middle attack, they can do. So this is one example where someone has used an insecure network without HTTPS, and the whole detail has been given here, username, their password, everything is there without encryption. It shows without encryption. So
Right.
you are vulnerable to that space, you are vulnerable to that place. Your data has been leaked, your password has been leaked. So please be aware before connecting to Wi-Fi network and before using any website without HTTPS.
True.
How to be safe? In the virtual world, it's very important to be safe, and how to be safe, it's the main question. It's again the simple form everyone used to say. Again, I'm going to say the same thing. Use a genuine VPN. For doing your transaction or committing, or you're transferring some amounts, or you're doing some sensitive information, use a genuine VPN like Kaspersky. It's just one example. You can have lots of VPN which are genuine and trusted. Just don't go and download anything in the name of VPN.
Right.
Please have a proper research and then download. Use genuine devices like VR headsets or smart glasses. Never ever go and buy made from China headsets or something like that. Please go and buy the proper VR headsets. I guess Apple has released and Meta has released. Please go and buy those headsets, VR headsets. Don't blindly go and buy those roadside headsets, whatever you get. Please don't buy that. Make sure you turn off Bluetooth and Wi-Fi hotspot. Again, when you're not using Bluetooth, when you're not using Wi-Fi hotspot, please turn it off. Again, you can turn off your location if you're not using it.
Yes.
Secure your Wi-Fi network using a strong password. Again, every other individual have heard this message, use a strong password. Even for Wi-Fi network, you have to use a strong password. Once they get into your Wi-Fi network, they can go into your other networks too, other systems too. So please secure your Wi-Fi with the strong passwords. Do not post sensitive information or personal information on public chat rooms or gaming forums. Never ever share your email IDs. If it is not necessary, if it is not official, just don't share your email ID. It's one of the main concerns, because with the email ID, many things can happen. Like hackers can get into they can get your details, they can get your sensitive information. So please, if it is not important, don't share your email ID. The same way, don't share your photos or something else unnecessarily, especially on public chat rooms or gaming forums. Gaming forums has become a main target area, especially for kids and adults, because no one is monitoring them. So they just give all the details and predators are targeting them. Make sure to identify the caller before performing any financial transaction over the telephonic call or video call. Again, I said, try to identify with the gestures or with the blurriness. Try to identify if you are transferring any amount through video call or telephonic call. Try to understand. If it is a telephonic call, again you can call and verify. If you get a video call, please again have a check, or you can see the changes in the video call. Just have a note on it. Just don't blindly transfer the amounts. Use a genuine and trusted antivirus for your devices. Always have an antivirus in your devices. From the trusted sources, don't again go and download anything from the Play Store. If it is for free, it doesn't mean it's genuine.
Yes.
But again, I can say our CDAC has developed an antivirus software called Kavach 2. It's very safe. You can go and download that.
Right.
Majority of scams or threats in virtual space arise due to lack of adequate knowledge. Inadequate knowledge. Lack of adequate knowledge. So, when we have some new applications, when we have some new platforms, out of curiosity, we just go and start using that.
Absolutely, and we do not even check the authenticity. As you mentioned, HTTPS, it's very important to look for that S, because that signifies a security and safety feature.
Security, exactly.
Ma'am, we have very little time left, so now we really have to wind up the session. But of course, it was a wonderful session, and you provided us some very important details, gave us an insight to all the precautionary measures that we should be taking, what are the threats available, that of course they are posing a serious challenge to our privacy concerns, and how we can safeguard the virtual space that we are so much a part of. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time, for your contribution to the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So viewers and students, this was our day 2, and it was day 2 of the training session under the theme Safeguarding the Virtual Space. We were joined by Ms. Komal Agrawal, Project Engineer from ISEA, that is Information Security Education and Awareness, from CDAC, which is Center for Development of Advanced Computing. And now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, that I will tell you about all the ways through which you can register yourself, through which you can attempt the quiz, how to browse the website. So let me tell you about the same. It is very easy. All you need to do is to go to the CIET website, which is ciet.ncert.gov.in. Here you are seeing all the headings. Just go to the activities part, and under activities you will find this option of workshop training. Click on the same. You will land up in another page, and so when you will click on the activities part, basically you will see the current activity. Under current activity, just see this online training on cyber hygiene. This is the current training which we are going, and there is this complete schedule of the training. Day 1 was all about understanding the basics of cyber hygiene. Day 2, of course, today we had safeguarding the virtual space, and tomorrow on day 3, that is 3rd of January 2024, we will be having a discussion on safe socializing online. And here, everything is mentioned about this training session, why we are conducting it, what are its objectives. The entire program schedule is given along with the different topics and name of the resource persons. So you can go through that in detail. If you want to participate in the quiz, first of all, you need to register yourself by clicking at this link, or you can scan this given QR code. And I have already told you that there will be a quiz contest on 5th of January, that is last day of the session, and the link will be activated on the very same day. You can definitely click on this link, post session quiz link. It will be highlighted on the day 5, and if you want to gain the certificate of participation, then you have to score more than 70%, and you have to allow us some time till we issue the certificate to you. If you wish to submit your feedback regarding the training session, click on this link or scan this QR code. And the third option is writing to us on training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. You have this email ID with you. For any queries, you can reach us. Go through this website of CIET NCERT for detailed information regarding the training session. And make sure that you participate in the session. You watch all these sessions very carefully so that you can attempt the quiz nicely and you can get that certificate. This particular session is open to all. Anybody, student, viewers, anybody can attempt the quiz also. And now it's time for me to wrap up today's session, the webinar session of the training. And of course, it is a series that's going on. But before I wrap up this session over here, there is an important announcement to make. Well, CIET NCERT is happy to announce the All India Children's Educational E-Content Competition for this year. So, if you are a teacher, teacher educator, student or independent educational e-content creator, we invite you to send in your best e-content for the competition. For more details and the registration form, you can visit the activity section of our official website, which is www.ciet.ncert.gov.in, or you can scan the QR code given on the screen. The last date for sending your entry is 10th of January 2024. जी हाँ, हमें आपको ये बताते हुए बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि CIET NCERT इस वर्ष के लिए अखिल भारतीय बच्चों की शैक्षिक ई कंटेंट प्रतियोगिता की घोषणा कर चुका है। यदि आप एक शिक्षक, शिक्षक प्रशिक्षक, छात्र या स्वतंत्र शैक्षिक ई कंटेंट निर्माता हैं, तो आप प्रतियोगिता के लिए अपना सर्वश्रेष्ठ ई कंटेंट भेजने के लिए आमंत्रित हैं। अधिक जानकारी एवं प्रवेश फॉर्म के लिए कृपया CIET की वेबसाइट देखें अथवा स्क्रीन पर दिखाए जा रहे QR कोड को स्कैन करके भी आप वेबसाइट तक पहुंच सकते हैं। प्रविष्टियां भेजने की अंतिम तारीख 10 जनवरी 2024 है। So viewers and students, that was all about this competition. We invite you to join it and we wish you all the very best for the same. Please present your best e-content and we are looking forward to it. We're looking forward to the entries and may you all come out with flying colors. That's our wish for you. So please stay tuned for our next session, Sahyog. It's going to be another live and interactive session for all of you. Till we meet next, this is me, Harpreet Kaur, taking leave of you. Namaskar.